That sounds hollow, Dan.
That is hollow in there.
What are you doing? Dan is literally dissecting the Ping G700.
That is like gel. Speed gel.
Me and Dan, we're indoors because it is absolutely awful weather outside. Ping G700 irons we're going to test. We've got the set. We'd ideally like to do it on the course, but the course is closed, so we're going to do it indoors. Put that down now, Dan. Come on. Right, Dan's just setting a green up at 170. We're going to start with the 7-iron in the G700 range. This is a very clean appearance with the G700, and that's what they actually say about it. But it is super clean down by the ball. Very big head. So, I mean, like, loads of face down by the ball. I'm sure if you want as much face down by the ball, this isn't a problem. But to me, it just almost looks a bit comedy, the size of it down by the ball. You know, like those junior clubs. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing, because a lot of space down by the ball for people will encourage confidence. Okay. Put it down by that ball. Tell me if you think of those.
Just a lot of face.
There's a lot of face.
There's a lot of face, a lot of offset, and a lot of face.
It's a hollow body construction. Now, you have been in there, Dan.
There's a lot of gel in there.
What was it? Was it quick in there?
It was quite speedy. Do you know what? I think it looks quite big because of the colour of the steel, should you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not like there's lots of different shades of steel going on here.
Hydro pearl is what they called it.
Hydro pearl colour.
Yeah, that's the finish.
I actually really like the finish of it. I think it looks really quite striking, but it is big.
Yeah.
Very, very big.
And the offset is obviously there to try and outpush the ball up in the air. You've got a pretty thick sole on it. Also, we get a ferrule, which we're seeing on all pings, it seems, nowadays. I kind of miss the days of ugly pings, and I don't mean that in a nasty way, because I love what Ping are about. I used to quite enjoy the fact that they always made at least one club that just literally didn't care what suit and boots and ties it had on. It just wanted to be functional. And it made it look like, you know, Ping just, well, they're not there just to sell millions of clubs, and obviously every manufacturer is, that's what they want to do, but we don't need a ferrule because it doesn't do anything, so we're not going to put one on. It's like them being bigger than the party almost, you know what I mean, which I loved about Ping. They still do, really, but it's definitely a better looking. I mean, can I call this a jumbo iron?
It's a big iron.
I'm calling it jumbo. Alright, I'm going to hit it. We've got a green out there at 170 with a 7-iron. We get 2 shots each there.
Okay.
Nearest the pin wins, and we'll go through the clubs we've got.
Yeah.
And it makes a hell of a noise.
It's like a shotgun.
That is loud, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's rocket stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that is launching.
It's gone over.
So how far do you normally hit your 6-iron?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
172, which is basically what that's gone. Looks for you, big. Like the colour?
Yeah, I like the colour. I think it's just a bit big, as you said before. I know a lot of people jump on me about saying offset, but this is offset.
Yeah, it has to be there, doesn't it, for that one? But it's all trying to help with launch, isn't it? So you've got to remember the loft. I think the loft of the 7-iron...
29.5?
Yeah.
29.5.
I mean, that's...
It's strong, isn't it?
It's a strong loft, and I'll show you the numbers on these in a second.
I've been away for a week, so that's quite nice.
Oh, we're loaded with excuses.
We are. 1.9 yards offline.
Yeah, but how far have you gone?
I've gone 172.
What did I go?
174.
So have you hit that closer than me?
Yeah.
So I'm one down then in the 7-iron test.
Yeah, you are.
I also pulled my second one, which is interesting. You turned yours, so I was more just a straight pull.
Straight pull, yeah.
Yours is your shot, mine
move that way a little bit.
Let's look at the numbers on those. So between us we averaged 169 yards, 5.7 spin, so I was 5.6, 5.2, down was 6.158. So with a 7-iron that's low spin, but with a 6-iron it's about right.
It's about there, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the length of my 6-iron and it's the loft of my 6-iron.
And it's exactly the same for me.
So 5-iron next, we've got the green set out at 200 yards, chunky on sole as well. It's good looking on the back. I mean, shop appeal.
Yeah.
I think it's much.
It's really quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, it is classy.
Can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Isn't it? sound. I'm not a massive fan of having to, like, that noise is forced. Does that make sense? So they have chosen not to dampen that noise.
Right, okay.
So acoustics obviously plays a massive part of feel, and then in turn what people feel like distance and ball speeds and la-di-da-di-da. I just think it's a shame, personally, that we need to have some fake crack on the ball. It sounds loud, doesn't it? And brittle.
It's the sound of power. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've been inside this
you've been to tour events, they're powerful, they're making that sound.
No, they're not.
So it's a fake sound of power, then,
yeah,
isn't it?
you're right, it is. But in there is some gel, isn't there?
Well, I'm not sure,
but certainly I've picked out some gel.
I would say that's grease for the screw more than gel. So? Yeah, I think it's speed grease.
But they could put some in there to
This video is all my opinion.
Anyway, come on then, inside that last shot.
Did you even hit the green?
No. I hit that one though.
Yeah,
I've caught that a bit thin, but I still think that's getting there, isn't it?
It's going to roll on. Oh, that's a dirty shot.
Look at that.
So I've caught that thin as well.
That's a good looking shot. I think looking down like that, I think that's going to give a lot of people a lot of confidence.
Yeah, right.
Because of the size of it and a little bit of help looking at the back.
Have you noticed anything with the grip? It happened last year, maybe the year before. There's no ping on it. There's no ping on the grip. There's no ping on here. There's no ping. Ping used to have their own grip.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
And then I remember them changing to using Golf Pride, but I would still expect it to say ping on it, and it doesn't anywhere.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel often when I pick this club up now, and that's just obviously my perceptions of what ping were, like this club has been re-gripped, and it hasn't. This has come straight from the factory. I just think it's interesting. I liked the ping branding on the grips. And it obviously makes no difference to performance.
No, but I like the fact that they're so focused on custom fit, aren't they? But
yeah,
you know,
you can't take that away from.
No. That sounded heavy.
More toey.
Is it?
Yeah. Look how it's gone, isn't it? It's over the back. I think you set the screen at the wrong distance.
What did that spin?
Low, I reckon that was spinning low. Let's look at the numbers.
What I'm struggling with is, like, you've mishit that, okay? You've mishit that, and I just want to know, I want the feedback, instant feedback as a coach of what you've done with that club. And I didn't get that from that club at all.
Because the sound's still loud, isn't it? So my last one is spinning at 3.5, which is why it is going so fast. And my worst hit is our longest total carry on total roll, which you can't read too much into total roll on these machines, but even carry. Kind of what these clubs are about, and also what worries me a bit, because they're there for people who are mishitting them. So in effect, you could say that's done what it's meant to do. But then, surely your average golfer mishitting the ball has a yardage built around a good hit. I don't want my mishits going longer. No. Even your average golfer, even you down that lens who are struggling with mishits and you buy into the kind of game improvement, or you don't all of it out the middle like you testers do, all those kind of statements, surely you have a distance you'll have in your mind for your 7-iron or whatever club based on an average to decent hit. Please tell me you do.
You've got to have that.
Yeah.
You've got to have that. All good players want to, even if they're losing 5 yards or whatever it is, they know they've got to hit those numbers, and if they mishit it, they want to know that they're going to come up short or whatever it's. They don't want to mishit it and end up finding it's gone long.
Yeah. So that's what worries me a little bit with these clubs, which I've tried to make this point on numerous occasions with spins and what have you. But yeah, I mean, it's like a little gun going off. Let's go to the shore irons.
Yeah. So we'll
oh, hang on.
Oh.
Who got closer?
Well, I think it's. Are we going on 2 balls?
No, one. You pick your best one.
So we tied up.
Oh yeah, 182 to 182.
Yeah. You were. I was 3.2 yards right. You were 4.1 yards left. You were 2 yards long.
Yeah.
2 yards long. I was 3 yards short.
So it's me, isn't it? So I'm 6.
You're 6. Are you? Are you 6.1 and I'm like 6.2?
Trade so, bro.
Is that all square?
Super strong steel face. Ping is saying also. We're now down to the 9-iron. To be honest with you, the 9-iron is, I mean, it's big, but it's much more reasonable. I do like the silver finish, or whatever I called it, Hydra Pearl. That's the name, isn't it? One little thing I really like with pings as well, which I've liked for years, don't go in. Don't go in. Not when Dan's around.
Not now.
Oh, stop there.
Oh, that's very good.
I love the way they continuously put that white line on the bottom. It does really help frame it up by the ball, aim it.
They do that on all there?
Yeah, they've done it on everything, I think, and I love it. I love the fact they just keep putting it on there.
I like that.
It's good. When I used to teach lots of beginners, really helped them see where they were pointing the club that line. Because they never know. I have so many questions people, do I use the top line, do I use the bottom line, not knowing which part of the way aim the club up with. I think it's just so simple but effective.
It's good as well, isn't it?
Yes, left, but it's not. Put down. It's longer side. It's 142 this green with a 9-iron, and I am having to not hit that too hard. So I was 2.4.
2.4 yards offline.
What do you think of the look of the 9-iron?
Yeah, again, it continues that sort of big, giant-looking frame on it, should we say? But I just still love this finish. I think that's such a stunning.
It is nice.
Stunning look. Okay, 2 yards.
Oh, it's so left. Oh, it's a win. Well, look at the numbers, but I'm interested to know the spin numbers on all of those. That's miles and
150 yards, that's what we want, isn't it?
Right, so spin numbers here, 6-7 averaging between me and Dan, 6-8, 6-9, 6-4, 6-8, averaging 1-3-8. And again, look, Dan's pull 1-4-3. It's that same issue, isn't it? Or if you want to call it an issue, it's the same. I mean, the pull, did you toe the last one a bit?
Yeah, it was toey and left. It was a pull.
So I'm not sure you work that into your game as an amateur. I think that's a debate and some videos maybe that can be done.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if everyone's really understanding the point. Post comments down below if you know what we're kind of saying there. It would scare me to know I've got a club that even when I miss it, I want a club when I miss it coming up shorter. I want it landing where I can see it. I don't want it flying greens and going miles.
Yeah. I mean,
but this club is... Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, a pull shot is always going to end up fractionally longer. Club face generally closes down, doesn't it? It's going left. But the fact is I caught that off the toe as well, which in my view should probably just calm it down a little bit.
Well, it probably would on your clubs a bit more. So I think lots of people will see this and think that's a real positive, and it might be for you that when you miss hitting it, you're still getting those distances, but they're actually the longer hits all the time. Yeah. And this is why I often say you can't test the miss hits, because you've got so many factors going on. Toes travelling faster than the middle. You've got the way the club is weighted, the way me and Dan are releasing the club or not can affect these kind of, if your toe goes further shots than other ones. That worries me for gameability, but I understand why these exist. Yeah. Do what you were doing there again there, Dan. Just listen to the noise.
That is so, it's a noise I've never heard off a golf club iron before.
Brittle, isn't it?
Brittle, yeah. That's right. More off the top, but it's loud.
And who's going to get the most from these clubs, do you think? Because you're mentioning people who want to be confident when they look down at it. You mentioned that a few times because of the size of the head. So people who aren't that confident with their striking.
I was going to say, the people that really struggle with striking, actually striking out the middle, like spreading it around the club face, I think it's going to give... I don't necessarily see it helping them, but I think psychologically, I think that's going to help them by looking down at such a big club, which I think if they've got a bit more confidence, they're going to swing at it better, should we say.
And that's absolutely the brief with this set of clubs. This set of clubs wasn't, the brief wasn't to make us happy.
No.
We were never, when the brief was put out for these clubs, I don't think our name was ever included in what they should be doing. I'm joking, but you see what I mean? It's not the demographic that this is made for, so I don't need the club to look that big. It actually puts me off a little bit when it looks that big. Turf interaction, I mean, it's a pretty nice curved sole. I mean, I do like the way that they make chunky irons ping, but they do try to have some detail of how that club might get through the ground, how much you build, kind of work into turf interaction. As a term in marketing, I always think it's quite a loose one. I mean, we're hitting off the mat here, so like interact with that. I think the size of it will appeal to people who want help. I think the ping fans will look at it if they're in that end of the market, and it certainly looks nice and will look nice on the shop floor.
Yeah, it will.
I'm not sure I'm a massive fan of the big noise.
It's big. Why would they leave that plug there? I mean, I'm going to go in looking in that. I'm going to be in there.
And you're in there, aren't you? You just literally took a joy. Yeah, I'm not sure why they leave that there. I reckon it's an engineering thing.
Yeah, but...
Like, it has to be left there. That's what I think. Thanks for watching. Post comments down below. Ping G700. I like the looks. They're big. I get why they're big. I'm not sure about the sound. Let me know down below if you're going to test them. Let me know if you love the sound or not. As always... Good shot, Dan. It's too late now. I'm turning this off before that hits the ground. Thank you. I won.